Greetings, everyone. Well, it is that time again, ladies and gentlemen. Received a package from longtime viewer and occasional package sender, bwrosas. Yes, got some heft here. It's arrived just the other day, and it was kind of creepy, actually, because I had to sign for the package, and within about 2 minutes of signing for it, I got a message from bwrosas saying, I see you got the package. And then a few minutes later, nice signature. I'm like, okay, this is just getting creepy. Because apparently, with I guess with Canada Post, it sends like a picture of the signature, so the sender can actually see the signature. So there you go. If you ever want like my autograph in virtual form, send me a package, have me sign for it, and you'll have a JPEG of my autograph. So awesome. And kind of creepy. Because it's kind of weird, because I just got up, I signed for the package, and then like immediately I got a message from Brian. I was just like, wow, that's kind of creepy. Anyway, creepiness aside, we got a cool package here, so let's open it up and check it out today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Itchy ear. Welcome back. Okay, so address is all over this side here. I'm assuming that's the top, so we're going to we're just going to open it down here. There we go. Got the packing slip. So this is sent by Priority Mail Express from the United States Postal Service. Very cool indeed. Awesome. Okay, let's see what we got here. Lots of tape. Box cutter activated. Hold on a sec. Okay. I think I can open it this way, and you won't see the address because it's on this side. Slice. Gashed my finger there. Let's try to make this a bloodless package opening, shall we? Okay, here we go. Alright. Now, as always, Brian likes to send hints when he's putting together a package for us. He was sending me pictures of the box and the some of the packing material and stuff, being very careful to hide the contents and such. So, okay, here we go. We got quite a pile of stuff. Okay. Wow, awesome. And we got some questions after too. Sorry. So let's see, June 4th, 2015. So it took like less than a week to get to me. That's pretty impressive. He's a West Coaster as well, so that may be why. Yeah, fine. If it's just has to cross the border to get to me, then it doesn't take very long. June 4th, or 6/4/14, so June 4th, 2015, 7:31 p.m., very precise. Sean, it may have taken a while, but here is a package with some unique, rare shows, movies that are just at 40 years old. I know that seems impossible, but it's true, and you may like what you get here, so enjoy. And we'll read the questions after, so for now, let's open this up here and let's see what we got. Hold on. It's tied. Okay. Oh, there's a bag tied in here, so I gotta. Holy mo! It's tied like several times over. Hold on. You went to Boy Scouts, didn't you, Brian? I don't know if I can. Suppose I could just. It's actually like it's braided. I don't know how well you can see it. It's like it's actually braided. So, holy moly. I'm determined to untie it. I know I could just cut it, but I like to untie knots and defeat them. And that didn't work at all. That just tied it more in a different way. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think we've got something happening here. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, well, no. Hold on. Darn it. Come on. There. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. So we got some fan-made stuff and some store-bought stuff. Got quite a mix. So we'll start with the fan-made stuff here. All right. So, oh, very sneaky. It says slide paper out to see title. Okay, so let's check this out. We have a big hair on it. Hold on. Slide paper out to see title. Oh, we have an adult anime. Thank you. Sexy Magical Girl. Awesome. I do like some sexy anime. That's pretty cool. Anything on the inside? No. So we got Sexy Magical Girl. Alright, cool. Well, I will definitely enjoy checking that out. Guessing this isn't one of the ones that's 40 years old. A 40-year-old sexy anime. TVMA, 115 minutes, 2003. Cool. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. So that's pretty cool. Now let's see what we got here. Title on inside. Okay, so another mysterious one here. That's some cool stuff. Obviously things I will watch when Rosie's not around. Another anime, we have Dream Hunter Dream Hunter something. Volume 1. Cool. I have not heard of that one. Got your Dream Hunter Rem. Volume 1, TV 14. I'm guessing these were recorded off TV and are not available officially. Awesome. And let's see what we got here. Another one. Title on the inside. Okay. Oh, I'll look at the paper before I look at the disc, because the disc will give it away. Title on inside. We have anime. Oh my god. Okay. This one, I used to actually own this on Laserdisc back in the day. I haven't seen it in probably 20 years. Yuratsuki Doji, The Legend of the Demon Womb. Yes, which they did 3, I believe, Yuratsuki Doji movies. Basically, it's an apocalyptic thing with demons and like lots and lots and lots of sex. It was the first sort of one of the first sort of really explicit adult animes I ever saw, and I had the VHS of just the movie edition English dub of the first one. And then I picked up the Laserdisc, which had it was a big box set Laserdisc, which had the original OVA version of the first one, complete and uncut, because the theatrical version, or the movie version, had quite a bit of stuff cut out, about a half an hour of stuff removed. And then it also had the sequel, Yuratsuki Doji 2, which I think was that one. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I watched them. But yeah, as far as like adult anime goes, it's not particularly titillating, but it's definitely one of the ones that has a good story to it. Like it's definitely an end of the world story, but one with a lot of sex, demon sex and whatnot. It's pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, definitely worth checking out at least once in your life. So let's see what we got here. Slide out to see title. Okay. Sliding out to see title. We have Bullseye, 1990. Michael Caine, I'm guessing? Sorry, I had a little trouble reading your handwriting there, buddy. But very cool. Bullseye, 1990. Cool. Quite a mix of stuff here. I don't know. I'm pretty sure some of these are available officially, though. Yuratsuki Doji, I might try to track down the official release of again, because it was actually pretty cool. And let's see what we got here. Slip out paper to see title. There we go. Let's see. We have Care Bears Adventures in Wonderland. You know, I think Rosie has this one. Yeah, Rosie has a whole bunch of the Care Bears on DVD. I bought her a pile of them. She's got a good chunk of the original series. There's a big set of them. And she's got the first Care Bears movie. I don't know if she has this one, but yeah, so we'll probably check that one out. Again, I'll likely pick up the official release of that at some point, just because we do enjoy the Care Bears here in the Zarenizerak household. Slipcover out to see contents. Contents, plural. Oh, here we go. Now this is some truly rare stuff. We got ABC Saturday Superstars movies. Got the Mini Monsters, or the Mini Munsters, Nanny and the Professor, Rose Petal Place, and Rose Petal Place Real Friends. Very cool indeed. Just going to fold this over so we can see what it is on the case. Whoa. Things falling over back there. Ghosts. Alright, and then looks like the last of the fan-made ones. Let's take a look here. Slip paper out to see contents on DVD. Once again. And here we have, I'm guessing some more specials. Here we are. The ABC Saturday Superstars movies. Daffy Duck meets the Groovy Ghoulies. Wow. That's cool. Now, there's a rarity. We definitely didn't get that on the Groovy Ghoulies BCI set. Gidget Makes a Wrong Connection. And Popeye Meets the Man Who Hated Laughter from 1972. Awesome. I do like some classic Popeye action. And Daffy Duck Meets the Groovy Ghoulies. That's pretty cool, actually. I had no idea that they did a crossover with them. So I'll definitely be checking that out. Both Rosie and I really enjoy the Groovy Ghoulies. It's interesting because Daffy Duck, of course, is Warner Brothers. The Groovy Ghoulies is Filmation. So I don't know. That'll be interesting to check out. All right, next up we have... Interesting. I don't know what this is. We have... looks like another fan-made one. It says Robin Wright, The Congress. I've never heard of this before. The Congress. An Ari Fullman film. Interesting. Robin Wright, playing the role of herself, gets an offer from a major studio to sell her cinematic identity. She'll be numerically scanned and sampled so that her alias can be used with no restrictions in all kinds of Hollywood films, even the most commercial ones that she previously refused. In exchange, she receives loads of money, but more importantly, the studio agrees to keep her digitalized character forever young, for all eternity, in all of their films. The contract is valid for 20 years. The Congress follows Robin as she makes her comeback after the contract expires, straight into the world of fantasy cinema, of future fantasy cinema. Wow, that actually sounds really cool, actually. I like that idea. The whole concept of, digital character. I remember they were talking about that when they first started to do sort of more photorealistic digital characters. It was like bringing back old stars from the dead in digital form. And you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Very cool. Oh, interesting. So here we have Where Was God? Stories of Hope After the Storm. What was this here? We got May 20th, 2013, an EF5 tornado ripped through Moore, Oklahoma. The magnitude of devastation measured over 8 times greater than the atomic bomb that leveled Hiroshima. As the world watched, one question continued to surface. Where was God? Interesting. From VCI Entertainment. That's VCI, not BCI. Easy to confuse those two. VCI is still around. Wow, very cool. So all about the tornado and the devastation and everything. I see this won a lot of awards too. Winner, Trail Dance Film Festival. Official selection of the Christian Worldview Film Festival 2015. Official selection Thin Line 2015. And official selection of the 2015 Maryland International Film Festival. Cool. Yeah, well, this sounds interesting. I'll definitely be checking that out. And then next up, oh, I almost bought this the other day. I'm so glad I didn't. My mom keeps telling me about this movie and saying I need to check it out because it's apparently a lot of fun. She likes this one a lot, and the second one. We have Red on Blu-ray. Very, very cool. Yeah, apparently based on a comic book, sort of a comedy espionage type thing. But yeah, I've been wanting to check this out. I heard it was really good. So thank you very, very much. Now I can finally see it. That's awesome. Next up we have, oh sweet, I have never seen this. And I do like me some Coen brothers, although I haven't seen very many of their films. What I have seen, I've enjoyed. We have No Country for Old Men. Awesome. Yeah, no, this is some good stuff here. Tommy Lee Jones, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin. Very, very nice. Yeah, I know next to nothing about this movie other than it's a Coen brothers film. But, yeah, very cool. Very cool. I'll definitely enjoy checking that one out. Next up, we have, oh, nice, some classic Western action. Awesome. We got John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Ricky Nelson in Rio Bravo. Very, very cool. Yeah. No, that's awesome. I love, as you know, I probably buy more older movies on Blu-ray than newer because it just breathes whole new life into them. And I do love me a good Western, so... and I've actually never seen this one either. There's a lot of the classic westerns I haven't seen. I enjoy the genre, certainly. I just haven't seen a lot. Slowly trying to work my way through them. This is the problem when you have eclectic tastes, is you tend to go through phases of like just voraciously devouring one particular genre and then drifting over to something else for a long time, and then you get back to it eventually. So yeah, I will definitely check this out the next time I'm in Western mode. And last but not least, obviously one for Rosie here, we have Balto. Very, very cool. Yeah, I have not seen this one. It was a little bit after my time. Yeah, 1995. But I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I don't know if Rosie's actually seen it. She may or may not have. I don't recall. Yeah, but very cool. Very cool. I'm sure she will enjoy that very much. She does enjoy movies about doggies. And ladies and gentlemen, we appear to have reached the bottom of the bag and the bottom of the box. So very, very cool. Definitely quite an eclectic mix of stuff there. Some stuff, you know, to share. Sorry, don't mind my gnarly bare feet. It's hot, so I'm not wearing socks or slippers. Yeah, definitely an eclectic mix of stuff for the grown-ups and stuff for the kiddies. But, yeah, really cool. Thank you very, very much for that, Brian. Very awesome indeed. Yeah, always an interesting mix of stuff from Mr. bwrosas. So be sure to check out his YouTube page as well. He posts on a pretty frequent basis about a wide variety of topics. He's just, you know, a non-stop vlogger who always has something to say, and often quite interesting too. So in particular, if you're a big fan of stuff like wrestling, Sonic the Hedgehog is a big one. He's a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan, and things like that. Definitely check his stuff out. Video games, and just whatever, Transformers. You know, he talks about a lot of the same stuff that I do. So be sure to check his channel out. He's quite the prolific vlogger, and always interesting to hear what he has to say. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. I'd just like to take a brief moment to thank my Patreon sponsors. So thank you very much, Patreon sponsors, especially my highest level sponsors at the moment, Kyle Pellegrini and Get Your Gorgeous On, maintained and operated by the always awesome duo of Michelle O'Toole and Simon Hedger. So thank you very much, guys. Really, really appreciate the support. And to everyone else watching, please do consider becoming a sponsor, because it all goes right back into the show. No amount is too big, no amount is too small. So, yeah. Awesome. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. So big thanks once again, Brian. Really appreciate the package. It was awesome as always. And, oh, wait a minute. We have a sheet of questions, don't we? I knew I was forgetting something. It didn't feel like I was done. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yes, I think we can go through these. I don't have to do another video. We'll cram it all into one video rather than keeping you waiting. All right, questions. Number one. What are your thoughts on the Change.org petition to change the Gem movie to a different title? Yes, everybody keeps sending me that link. Honestly, it's not going to happen. There's no way it's going to happen. I mean, the whole reason they are doing that movie in the first place is to cash in on the title, so there's no way that petition... I mean, you can have 1 million signatures on it. They're not going to change the title of the movie. It's just not going to happen. So that's my thoughts on it. It's a lost cause. The Gem movie was fucked up, and we just have to live with it. So, it's unfortunate, but it's true. Have you seen the anime Paprika? No, I have not. I don't know that one. Will you get the All Dogs Go to Heaven complete series DVD set? Quite possibly, actually. I still need to pick up the movie. I think there's a double feature Blu-ray with both movies. But yeah, I would definitely pick that up because I'm sure that Rose would enjoy it. I only ever saw the first movie. I remember thinking it was okay. Like I really liked the movie, like the animation and stuff. I loved Don Bluth's style. It's like darker Disney. You know, there's always a darker edge to his stuff than what you generally see in Disney. Not to say that Disney doesn't have dark moments as well. I mean, just look at the frickin' Queen at the end of Sleeping Beauty when she turns into the dragon. I mean, that's some pretty dark stuff. Or the demon sequence in Fantasia. You know, that's some pretty dark stuff. But with, I don't know, with Don Bluth's stuff, there always seems to be a bit of an edge to it that you wouldn't see in a Disney movie. I don't know, it's hard to sort of describe. But yeah, I remember liking the movie. I didn't think it was his best. For me, my all-time favorite Don Bluth movie is still The Secret of Nim. I just love The Secret of Nim. But yeah, I'll probably pick up all of those at some point. Number 4, what are your thoughts on the... what are your thoughts on the 2-part Avengers Infinity War movies, and who do you think we'll see in it, and what? Well, honestly, being as much of a Marvel fan as I am, I don't really have a lot of thoughts about it. Like about the cinematic universe, it's just kind of there. I watched them. I mean, I still haven't watched Thor: Dark World and Captain America: Winter Soldier, even though I've owned them for months now. I just haven't got around to them. They're not ones that I just sort of like, oh my god, I have to see that, and just rush out to see. Like, I mean, even the new Avengers movie, I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. Like, I'm not rushing out to the theater to see it. So, as to who's going to be in it, I don't know. I'm not as familiar with the Infinity War storyline. They're kind of adapting... like, I didn't really collect the Avengers or follow the Avengers when I was collecting comics back in there. I was always more about the X-Men and a little bit of Spider-Man. So, the Avengers, I don't know, it just didn't really interest me as much. So for me, in terms of Marvel superheroes, it was always about, X-Men were number 1, Hulk was kind of tied for number 1, and Spider-Man was... kind of a close 2. But yeah, so I didn't really follow the Avengers much. So as far as the Infinity War storyline goes, I have no idea who's going to be in it. I'm just going to be surprised. I mean, I would assume it's going to be everybody that we've seen so far, and then obviously Thanos is going to have a really big role to play in that. I think we'll see the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is where we'll actually see the Guardians of the Galaxy meet the Avengers. So, I think that's basically it in a nutshell. I mean, I don't know that I don't know that it would be such a good idea to add much more characters to the mix. I mean, that's already going to be a pretty huge ensemble cast. So, mixing the Guardians of the Galaxy with the Avengers and then, more on top of that. I mean, we're going to see some other characters, but honestly, as I say, I'm not overly familiar with the storyline, so I don't know. I couldn't even hazard a guess. But number 5. Any thoughts on the 4K Ultra HD TVs? Do you think they will catch on? And any thoughts on the 4K option now on YouTube? Well, 4K is lovely. My thoughts in a nutshell, honestly, I think it is completely, utterly useless to have 4K in the home. Because to get any benefit from it, you need a screen so ridiculously massive that the vast majority of people will get no benefit from it, because the vast majority of people have screens in the vicinity of like 40 to maybe 55 inches. That's not big enough for 4K. You know, it just isn't. The only benefit I can see to having it in the home is for computers, like having those 4K screens as a computer monitor, just because it gives you more screen real estate. But I mean, I've seen 4K displays running in the stores, and the thing is, and these are like, 85-inch screens, and I found even at that screen size, I had to be standing about this close to it to even be able to tell the difference between 4K and 1080p. Like, it just, you have to understand, 4K is a format designed to be shown on a gigantic theater screen. It is 4 times the resolution of Blu-ray. All right, 4 times. You know how Blu-ray stands up to a screen size of about 120 inches. So in order to truly get the benefit of 4K, you would literally need a screen the size of your entire living room wall. So I think it's a lot of hype. I don't think it's going to catch on. I think it will. The only people who are really going to benefit from it are hardcore cinephiles who actually have proper home theater setups. Like, we're talking 4K projectors in their home on a giant proper projector screen, like silver screen, like with the proper reflective surface and everything, to really get the benefit from it. I see it being pushed a lot. I mean, it's going to be the new standard in television. There's no question about that. The larger screens eventually will only be available in 4K. And that's fine. Whatever. I mean, if that's going to be the new standard, that's going to be the new standard. But the big problem I have right now is we have all these TVs out now that you can get, but there's no content available for it. I mean, yeah, I know the content is coming, but I really don't see the point of having it in the home. Because the size of screen that you would need to benefit from it is so enormous that the vast majority of people are not going to have screens big enough to benefit from it. So what's the point? I mean, you look at 1080p versus 4K on a 55-inch screen, you cannot tell the difference. And if you think you can tell the difference, then you're just buying into the hype, because you cannot tell the difference. It's like looking at 720 versus 1080 on a 32-inch screen. You cannot tell the difference because of the screen size. The pixel density is too fine. The human eye can't actually discern the difference. So I think it's the same thing with 4. Well, there's no think about it. I mean, that's physics. That is the way it is with 4K. So I think it's going to be much like 3D is now. It's going to be a niche format as far as the disc-based content goes. I think most people are just going to stick with 1080 because much the same as it is now, or a lot of people stick with DVD simply because it's cheaper. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Blu-ray because it'll be cheaper than, who want high def, are going to stick with Blu-ray rather than Ultra HD Blu-ray, because it's going to be cheaper than the Ultra HD Blu-ray. So it's going to be the same situation. We'll just be dealing with different resolutions. So yeah, I think it's going to be more niche. As to what do I think about 4K on YouTube? Well, I mean, that's cool and all, but again, you need a massive screen in order to benefit from it. I mean, very few people. I mean, computer screens are even smaller than TV screens most of the time. I mean, how many people watch YouTube on their frickin' phones or their tablets or their laptops? You think they have 120-inch screens on their laptop? No, they don't. I mean, most laptops don't get much bigger than 17.5 inches. I mean, that's it. So it is even more pointless to have 4K resolution on a screen that size. I mean, again, other than to have the screen real estate. But I mean, if you're talking laptops and tablets, definitely don't bother with 4K there. That's fucking pointless. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts in a nutshell. There you go. You snuck an HD rant out of me. Number 6, have you seen the trailers for Superman versus Batman? Looney Tunes, Run Rabbit, Run Rabbit, and what are your thoughts on them? I've not seen the Looney Tunes one, so I don't know anything about that. I have seen the teaser trailers, well, the original teaser that leaked, and then the official trailer for Superman versus Batman, and I don't know, I think it looks good. I think it looks cool. I'm not overly a fan of DC's recent, attempts to do a dark and gritty DC cinematic universe to compete with Marvel's dark and gritty universe. I think the DC ones are lacking a lot of the sense of fun that the Marvel ones have, and I think that hurts them. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it looks promising. I do like Zack Snyder as a director. I know a lot of people cringe hearing me say that, but I do like his stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I mean, I'll definitely check it out. I probably won't see it in the theater, but you know, I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. 7. What were your thoughts when you first saw the Popeye short, Palar's Woo Woo, especially the ending? I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that Popeye short, or if I have, it was so long ago I don't remember. I haven't seen any of the Popeyes for a very, very long time, other than a handful that were on one of Rosie's DVD sets. Any thoughts on the Chang versus Wade in the new Chang Wade in the new TMNT series on Nick? Positive or negative? Oh, changes made in the new TMNT series on Nick. Changes made in the new TMNT series on Nick. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I can only go by what others have told me and what little I've seen. I just kind of caught some random episodes. I really don't have a problem with it, actually. I think that that TMNT series is really well done and has references to all previous iterations of the Turtles throughout. Even some of the same voice actors are in it that were in the 80s version, which is awesome. So I think they've actually done a really cool job of it. I wish they had done, you know, something similarly respectful and interesting with the movie. But yeah, the TV series, from what I've seen, is fantastic, and I'd really like to sit down and you know, properly watch it from beginning to, you know, get up to date on it. So yeah, in that case, I have no problem with those changes. I did have a lot of problems with the changes in the movie, as you know. I'm sure you watched my review of that. But yeah, no problems really with the Nick series. I think they're doing a great job, and I actually really like what I've seen. Will you ever get a PS4 or Xbox One? Of course. Do you even need to ask that? I'm going to get a PS4, obviously, eventually, because you know, I have no love for the Xbox or, you know, Microsoft in general. I just use the operating system because of convenience. The Windows, that is, because, you know, more stuff runs on Windows than anything else, so I'd be a fool not to use that. But yeah, I will absolutely get a PS4. But I mean, right now, as you may notice, I'm working on building the PS3 library, because the PS3 library, you know, PS3 games are going dirt cheap right now. It's the same thing when the PS3 was taking over from the PS2, and I got a lot of PS2 games. That's the stage I'm in right now, is I'm focusing on building the PS3 collection, grabbing all those games I've had my eye on for years, but just kept waffling about. But now they're cheap, so might as well get them. I don't want to make the same mistake I made with the PS2, where I waited too long on certain titles, and next thing I knew, they were going for collector's prices. So we're in that sweet spot right now, where PS3 games are really cheap, so now is the time to be building the PS3 library. So that's what I'm doing. So that's my primary focus right now as far as the game library goes. Plus, to be honest, at this point in time, there aren't a ton of PS4 games that I would consider system sellers. There's a few out there that, you know, I kind of have my eye on. You know, the new Star Wars, of course, that new Transformers game that's coming out, Devastation, that looks amazing. Looks like the freaking IDW comics brought to life. What else? Yeah, I mean, there's a few games. Obviously, the new Metal Gear Solid would look better in 1080 than 720, but, you know, really that's the only big difference between the PS4 and the PS3 versions of those titles that are available on both, is one's in 720, one's in 1080. You know, and my 21-inch screen, I can't really tell the difference anyway, and I can only stream in 720 anyway, so there's not much incentive there for me right now. Maybe at some point. I know the PS4 lets you stream to Twitch, but I like going through the XSplit interface because it gives me more control over the presentation side of it. So, but yeah, I will get a PS4 eventually. I mean, I didn't get a PS3 until it was 2 years after it had launched, so it's been about a year that the PS4 has been out, so give me another year to work on the PS3 collection for a little while, and we'll see what happens then. Not in a big rush, but I will get one eventually. Thoughts on DC's DCU universe answer to Marvel's? Well, I think I covered that already in the Batman versus Superman thing. I think In terms of TV, overall, I think DC is doing a better job than Marvel, with a few exceptions. Obviously, the Daredevil series is freaking amazing. I finally just started watching that, and definitely liking what I'm seeing so far. And there's some other stuff. I'm looking forward to the Power Man and Iron Fist shows and seeing what they do with those. I didn't really get into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Thought it was kind of dull, to be honest. I hear it picks up later, so I mean, I will pick those up at some point, and the season sets and check those out. But well, I guess just the first season's out right now. And then what else? But then you got DC doing stuff like Arrow and The Flash and whatnot, and those are great. And as everybody knows, I really loved Constantine, and it was very sad to see that get canceled after basically half a season. That's unfortunate. In terms of the movies, I mean, as I say, I don't really like how DC is going for this gritty, realistic approach. To me, the DC superheroes have always been about myths made flesh, like that they are gods among men. And I know they're kind of playing with that in the new Batman Superman movie, but to me, it's always been more about the spectacle and the fantasy aspect of it with DC, whereas Marvel has always been the one more grounded in reality. So I don't understand why DC is taking their fantastical characters and trying to ground them in reality. I think that's a mistake, and I think the movies, could fare a lot better if they did them more fantastical, like the comics have been for decades. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how things go with the new one, and like that. But so far, I think Marvel's killing it a lot more than DC in terms of the cinematic movies and such. I do think that DC made a wise decision, though, in having some of their shows, the TV shows, in their own continuity rather than trying to tie everything together into one massive universe. I think that's kind of hamstringing some of what Marvel's doing. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, both of them have multi-year plans, so we'll see how that all plays out. Alrighty, that is definitely it from me to you for now. So thanks again to my Patreon sponsors, and thank you all for watching, and thank you, Brian, for the awesome package and the always interesting and insightful questions. Alrighty, we'll see you next time, folks. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.